Are you getting on or what?
Yeah, just give me a second. Still setting everything up.
So what are we playing?
Turtles again!
I don't even know if I have that. Is anyone else getting on?
We're still waiting on Welshie.
Hello, I'm here. What are we playing?
Turtles, I guess.
Come on, let's go. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Almost. Just turned the Xbox on.
Potato.
Damn it, Welshie. That hasn't happened yet.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Anyway, I'm ready. Are you ready, John?
John? Hello? John?
Da-da-da-da.
I'm out.
It happened again, didn't it?
Yeah, this thing is shot.
Well, motherfucker.
My sentiments exactly. Y'all have fun.
Sorry, man.
Well, thank fuck he's leaving.
Yes, my old fallback. It has been a while, hasn't it? Truth be told, I've been looking to do this for a long while now, and now with my Xbox being a bit under the weather, it's about time I start. While I have been off and on a WoW player since its launch in 2004, I will say it's pretty unrealistic to play multiple MMOs, especially ones that charge subscription fees. Instead, I started getting into trying out free-to-play MMOs. In the time I've played World of Warcraft, there's been more than a few free-to-play MMOs that I've tried, and while some held my interest and others did not, I always appreciated the effort and unique spins that some of these games would try to bring to the genre. There are a lot of different types, too. Not everything is your typical fantasy MMO, as some have gone as far as being first-person and third-person shooters, spaceflight, racing, sports, and all sorts of things. Some games even play right in your browser. There are three major things that link all of them, however. First off is the cash shops. There's an odd stigma where people think the person willing to spend the most money on the game is going to be the most powerful person in the game, but it's simply not true. Many cash shop items are cosmetic or convenience items at best, and any that would offer a boost in stats are inconsequential at best. It's just a way for the game publisher to make some money from the game itself, and it rarely makes or breaks the game you're playing. Second is the sprawling communities. As with any MMO, the massively multiplayer online part has to come into play somehow, so you should expect to have to encounter a lot of people. It could be as simple as a heavily packed city or town area, or even a lobby-style waiting screen, to an entire virtual world with its own population. Sometimes there'll be some of the most interesting people you'll meet, and a lot of times you'll understand how the quote, hell is other people came about. Lastly is the grind. For those not familiar with that term, the grind is where you're forced to play the same or similar section or task over and over and over again in order to gain enough experience to continue on. The grind is part of nearly every RPG and MMO out there, but free-to-plays especially seem to slow down your level progression. This is where this show comes in. On the MMO Grinder, I'll take a look at various free-to-play MMOs I've come across, and take suggestions from others who might want to know how a certain title plays. Sure, these games might be free, but time is money. After all, your time is precious. Mine, not so much. When you watch MMO Grinder, after an introduction to the game, what I cover will be split into a few distinct categories, so this is how they'll break down. Graphics and art design. In this category, I'll speak about the game's graphics and art design, such as how the game looks or any strange nuances behind the art, as well as the general look and feel of the game. Sound and music. Here I'll obviously be speaking of the usage of sound throughout the game, as well as giving samples and opinions on the game's music. Believe it or not, music can be a big driving force behind wanting to play an MMO, as annoying or boring music will make you want to stop playing much sooner than normal. Of course, since these are mostly all PC games, there's nothing stopping you from running your own playlist, but at least you'll know what to expect. Gameplay. More than likely the longest category in the review, I'll go over how the game plays, how the interface works, and general information on how to start out. Community. A big part of MMOs is the people who play them. Here I'll speak about the game's community and how people generally behave toward one another, as well as speak about parts of the game that would require you to team up with other people. Cash Shop. Here I take a brief look at the cash shop, provided one is available, and look over its contents, advising you what may or may not be a worthwhile purchase. After that, I'll give a short conclusion as well as my rating. Note I say rating and not score. You really shouldn't give MMOs a numerical score. Why? They are always changing. Trust me, The World of Warcraft I played 5 years ago is practically a completely different game from the one that exists now. Instead of giving you some pointless arbitrary number, I'll be splitting the rating into 3 categories: play, pay, and pass. Each will give small bullet points that will make mention of reasons you should play it, reasons you should or should not pay for it, and reasons you might want to skip over it entirely. That way it's up to you to make the final call. Sure, I can toss out a number, but it'll probably become completely useless next patch, as things I may have deducted points for could be fixed, and things I gave points for could be removed. I will try my best to speak some semblance of English in my review, but in the event I start falling into MMO terms like dots, tank, and DPS, I'll be sure to place a text definition on screen as to not alienate any newcomers to the genre. And since MMOs are always changing, I may come back and revisit some old titles I've covered if a good amount of changes have been made. You'll see something like this happen in my very first episode. And perhaps in time I'll look into pay-to-play MMOs, or check out trials of some more popular subscription-based titles. I'm also willing to take tours and suggestions of MMOs you personally enjoy playing, so I can pass the word on to others. And yes, unlike some things I've seen done all too often, I'm not telling you I have a new show without actually having something done. Episode 1 is already complete, and Episode 2 is pretty much underway, so trust me, it's coming. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna get back to World of Warcraft.
Hey, Kraft. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Any room on tonight's raid?
CN. That name rings a bell. You haven't been here for months. Why do you think you get to raid?
Hey, you want to play Xbox?
Bitch, why are you trolling? Yo, Kraft, got any open raid spots?
I said no, damn it. I still know it's you. Just no. Get the fuck away from me.
We're just waiting on the Welshie, having ourselves a party.
Potato.
What? I'm not playing anymore.
Hey, you want to play Xbox?
Almost. Just turn the Xbox on. Oops. Actually turning Xbox on.
Well, thank fuck he's leaving. That leaves us less players, and that's exactly what I wanted. So stupid. Oh man, why am I so dumb? Why am I just playing with the stupid analog sticks? Game over, yeah!